welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Tobago. I'm Davia Chambers coming to you from downtown Scarborough. Now our team has been out and about covering the length and breadth of the island to bring you the major stories taking place right here in beautiful Tobago. As usual, in the next half hour, we'll bring you up to speed with all of the details. All you've got to do is sit back and relax because Let's Talk Tobago starts right now. It's another first for Tobago. This time, the island provided much-needed pediatric hyperbaric treatment. The National Gas Rebate Incentive Program has been relaunched to benefit registered fisherfolk and ultimately the consumer. The Tobago division of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service receives a timely donation. And later, a popular pro footballer gives back to her community with a youth tournament in Speyside. We have all these stories and more for you when Let's Talk Tobago returns. Stay with us.
There we go to Tobago, that paradise, wrong by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come to Tobago for holiday. Smile, let we smile in Tobago. That paradise from by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the
Earlier this year, staff at the Roxborough Hyperbaric Unit successfully treated David Goddard for the bends, also called decompression sickness. Now they've taken up the challenge of being the first in the Caribbean to provide hyperbaric oxygen therapy for a minor. We'll tell you more about him and why he's getting that kind of treatment in our first story. Have a look.
6-year-old Jaron Phillip is the first pediatric patient being treated at the island's hyperbaric chamber for his seizures. Jaron began suffering from seizures when he was 18 months old. The seizures have delayed his development, so much so he needs assistance carrying out simple functions like drinking a cup of water. Over the years, Jaron's dad, Keston Phillip, did a lot of research into hyperbaric oxygen therapy as a possible treatment for his son's seizures. Mr. Phillip is hopeful that the treatment at Roxborough's hyperbaric chamber will have positive results for his son.
At some point in time, you got to understand how oxygen therapy works. It gets into the hard places. And so we're hoping that the oxygen will get into those dead areas whatsoever is causing the seizure, and healing and restoration will take place. And when that happens, whatever is causing the heightened electrical activity will no longer cause him to have those cognitive problems. And so we are hoping to see him run again, ride his bike again, walk again, even hear him call his brother's name again. We're looking forward to that.
In the first phase, Jaron will undergo 15 sessions of hyperbaric oxygen therapy in the hyperbaric chamber. This kind of treatment for a child has been applauded by medical practitioners such as Dr. Tyler Sexton, Director of Caribbean Hyperbaric Medicine. For over 2 decades, Dr. Sexton has specialized in pediatric hyperbaric medicine in the United States.
So what is so incredible about Tobago embarking on this is you have taken a stand to say we believe in pediatrics, we believe in quality care and expanding evidence-based medicine and continue to look for ways to impact populations. But it is an incredible opportunity to touch the pediatric population as there's a vast array of illnesses that can be positively affected with hyperbaric medicine.
Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is used to treat many ailments such as decompression sickness, also called the bends, diabetic ulcers, and other types of wounds. Spending time inside a hyperbaric chamber increases the concentration of oxygen a patient receives, which leads to faster healing. The medical professionals at the hyperbaric chamber unit were commended for the work they continue to do in providing quality health care to all of their patients.
It's always a friendly one, a welcoming one, and also, you know, Mr. Hines, when you speak with him, it gives you a sense of assurance, you know, and confidence that he is the right person for the job. And so I thank God for Mr. Hines and for all the work that he has been doing in the background, even when I was willing to give up, you know, so I thank God for that.
We have confidence in Mr. Hines and his team and their ability to deliver. The record speaks for itself, so let's go through the process, and we are all here to lend support to the family and to pray and hope for the best result.
Jaron's medical team will continue to monitor his health as the sessions go along. This medical care is an encouraging first step to the possibilities for other children with similar conditions. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
A donation was made to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Tobago Division by the U.S. Embassy of Trinidad and Tobago and the American Chamber of Commerce. They provided 12 electronic bikes to help boost the island's security response. Here's more in this story.
The U.S. Department of State Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement, through the U.S. Embassy Port of Spain, donated 12 electric bikes and one solar-powered electric bicycle charging station valued at U.S. $61,200 to the TTPS Tourism-Oriented Police. The American Chamber of Commerce, Trinidad and Tobago, also donated a second charging station valued at U.S. $9,000. Acting Commissioner of Police McDonald Jacob says the handing over of the 12 electric motorbikes coincides with the rollout of the Directed Patrol Policy as outlined in the TTPS Operational Plan 2020 to 2024.
The main districts in Tobago will be zoned for mobile patrols, and the grid system currently adopted by our Traffic and Highway Patrol branch in Trinidad will be replicated with adjustments which are unique to Tobago.
These e-bikes will assist the Tobago Division to patrol larger tourist destinations area more frequently and improve the incident response time.
This is a project to demonstrate what is possible and to highlight how the specific actions we take in our daily lives can reduce the footprint we leave on the environment. This project is also a chance to improve community safety for citizens and visitors.
Every little thing that contributes and goes towards making this place cleaner, safer, healthier, and to achieve that, making the police more present, more energized, more professional, more available to the citizens, particularly when we need you, is really refreshing to my soul.
According to Chief Secretary Honorable Fali Augustine, the tourism industry has been facing security threats such as terrorism and crime. So this donation is quite timely.
And not so long ago, I pointed out that the next fleet of vehicles we will be bringing in Tobago will be electric vehicles. I did not realize that it would be bicycles. But we are happy to have these bikes that are environmentally sound, that fits into our model of a green plant and green island, green tourism, a green economy. And we are happy that with these inputs, our officers will be able to discharge their duties much more efficiently.
And at the heart of this initiative is the Tobago Operational Center, which was opened in November 2021. ACP McDonald Jacob says the officers will now be equipped with an additional 20 body cameras and 80 more will be distributed at the end of July. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
The National Gas Rebate Incentive Program was restarted by the THA's Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries several weeks ago. It's a refund incentive providing support to the island's fisherfolk. If you're in the fishing industry, find out how you can access your rebate in this next story provided by the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development.
We have restarted the gas rebate program on Tuesday the 31st of May. The aim of the program really is to provide an incentive for registered and active fisherfolk by returning a small percentage of the monies that they would have spent on oil and gas throughout the year. This is to encourage the progress of the industry. Receipts, invoices, bills for the purchase of gas and oil that would have been used specifically for the purpose of commercial fishing will be considered. The receipts must date from the 1st of January 2020 to present. Firstly, your engine must be registered. You need to bring in your boat ownership card, your fisherman ID, the receipt for the purchase of the engine, and your national ID. After that, the Fisheries Extension Officer will schedule a visit to your landing site where she will register your engine. You want to start that now?
Yeah, I think I get all the documents here. The extension officer that came and stamped my engine already.
Oh, so you did it already, this process already?
Yeah.
Now that you have registered your engine, you are ready to do the gas rebate process. You must be a registered fisherman and your fisherman ID must be valid, which means it is not yet expired. You must have a vessel registered in your name, and the boat ownership card must have your name, the name of the vessel, and the TFT number. You must also have a receipt of ownership or a letter of gift. Your form of photo ID, which is your national ID, your driver's permit or your passport, and it must be valid. Submit a proof of address. This is either a utility bill or a bank statement, and it cannot be older than 3 months. It must have your full name and your address. All the invoices from the gas station must be specifically for the purchase of gas and oil for commercial fishing. Seeing that your engine is over 40 horsepower, you can claim for 27,500 liters of gas per year, or 6,875 liters per quarter. And for oils, if the oil is mixed with fuel, you can claim at a rate of 1 gallon of oil to 8 gallons of fuel. And if the oil is not mixed with fuel, you can claim at a rate of 1 gallon of oil to 30 gallons of fuel. The good thing is, all the gas stations throughout Tobago have been officially informed, and they would have agreed to assist fisherfolk in completing the quota cards and the fuel purchase forms. If you have any further questions, queries, concerns, feel free to contact the department at 639-4446 or 639-4354.
The Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries is super excited about the relaunch of the gas rebate program. Fishermen have been made aware of the various criteria that needs to be met, and with an MOU with the gas stations around the island of Tobago, Tobago fisher folk would soon be getting a gas incentive program re-established where they can now see returns on their sales. Fishermen, though the incentives may not seem like large numbers, still would be benefiting from 12 cents, 10 cents and 75 cents for gasoline, diesel and oil respectively. So the department looks forward to the continued collaboration with all fisher folk, all associations and all persons influenced by the fishing industry in this program moving forward, and we wish for nothing but the best.
It is time for a break, but when we return, we'll share with you the do's and the don'ts if you encounter the giant African snail. It's coming up next, right after this break. Stay with us.
Come, there we go to Tobago, that paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come to Tobago for holiday. Smile, every smile in Tobago. That paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton say, come to Tobago for holiday. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land.
Not all snails are created equal. In fact, some like the giant African snail can wreak havoc on the agricultural sector. It also poses a threat to public's health. In this next story, Omadara Mill shares why this is a potential problem for Tobago and some do's and don'ts when it comes to dealing with this type of snail. Take a look.
This piece of property at number 1 Lambo Orkinscure is currently under quarantine. That's due to the sighting of the giant African snail in the area. The snail species has been contained, but the area will be under surveillance for several years to ensure complete eradication. This is one of 3 reported locations in Tobago where the giant African snail has been sighted. The other 2 areas were successfully treated, but ongoing eradication efforts suggest that the presence of this pest is a serious concern for the public. Casey Marie Boucher-Koon, Plant Protection Specialist in the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, explains why.
It's very prolific. That means it multiplies quickly and makes large amounts of young. In addition to that, it also is the vector of the rat lungworm, which can cause meningitis in humans and other ailments in domestic animals like dogs. The giant African snail, once the population begins to explode, easily becomes a public nuisance, as we have observed in the sister isle Trinidad.
The giant African snail is a deep reddish brown with cream and yellow longitudinal stripes along the shell. This snail eats more than 500 species of plants, including lettuce, pawpaw, and various herbs, so it can easily hamper the agricultural sector. Those who traverse between Trinidad and Tobago should be especially mindful. Carefully check the undersides of vehicles, since the snail can attach itself to the undercarriage. Casey Marie also has some advice on the kind of pesticides that can be used to eliminate the pest.
We ask that you take the additional precaution of treating your planting material with the active ingredient thiodicarb. This is a pesticide that is effective at killing snails and eggs. This pre-treatment before returning to the port to come back to Tobago will help us 100-fold in preventing Tobago from becoming overrun by giant African snail.
There are other methods of treating with this pest. The plant protection specialist tells us how.
If you should encounter the giant African snail, you should cover your hands, whether it be gloves or a plastic bag, before handling them, and place them in a salt or bleach solution. And that mixture is 2 cups of bleach or 2 cups of salt to 1 gallon of water. And you will drown them in that solution for a minimum of 24 hours. After the snails are dead, the best means of disposal is to contain them and burn them.
Eradicating the giant African snail is everyone's business, so early reporting and intervention is extremely important. This will help the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development eliminate the presence and threat of this snail on the island. If you're interested in joining the eradication team or want more information about the giant African snail, call the Plant Protection Unit at 482-7528. I'm Amadaro Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Tobago-born international professional football star Kenya Yaya Kodna is on a break after a long season in the Turkish Women's Super League. She made sure to give back to her community, the village of Speyside, by hosting a recent 7-versus-7 football tournament. Here's more.
The key to turning dreams into reality is action. Those words define the steps of Kenya Yaya Kodna as her dreams of making it as a professional footballer became a reality. Having made it to the professional level, Kodna returned to her home village Speyside recently to give back to her community. The talented Yaya, as she is fondly called, hosted her inaugural 7v7 football tournament for boys and girls under 17. And it was a success, according to Yaya. Kodna also did not hesitate to thank fellow villager turned Chief Secretary of Tobago, the Honorable Fali Augustine, for his support of the tournament.
It all started for me at the age of 6, right here in this Speyside recreational ground. If you turn your head and you look over to the hills, that was where my grandmother lived, where I grew up. So every Friday, Saturday and Sunday I will just leave home knowing that I have chores and go on the field and just kick rocks, bottles and sticks, because I didn't have a football then. And to grow into the footballer that I am today, I took it upon myself with some of my friends to come back and give back to the community at Speyside. The tournament on the whole ran smooth. Everybody enjoyed themselves. I had positive feedback. Yeah, well, I would like to say thanks to Mr. Fali Agustin, because without him this tournament would have never been possible. And knowing that both of us is from Speyside and he came on board big time to help out with everything was really my heart.
Corner added that this tournament stemmed out of kids not having the opportunity to showcase their talents, and as such, she wanted them to know that their talents weren't going unnoticed. And out of this first tournament, opportunities will arise for talented youth from this island of Tobago.
In the years to come will be much bigger and better, because teams outside will want to take part, because from this last tournament that I had there, a team from Canada will contact me because they want to take part in the next one, which is next year, same time. We'll have scouts there to scout the talent of the older boys.
Chief Secretary Fali Agustin was also on hand to show his support for the tournament and encourage the youth that there is a lot of benefit to gain through the sport of football.
This facility, I want to congratulate you all for a job well done. Came to Speyside, you played hard, you performed well, and the benefit of this exercise is that I want you to understand that there is a lot of room to progress and growth in football.
Connor also used the opportunity to leave some words of advice for the youth.
I always say sky has no limit, and once you believe in something, you go after it. You put your all in it, because there's a lot of people out there who will tell you that you're not good enough, and you have to say to yourself, I am good enough. And the opportunities is there, is for you to go out and take it.
The tournament was held at the Speyside Recreational Grounds in Speyside. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
Now, plants have various health benefits. We just have to understand how to use them. In this next story, we tell you about a seminar that gave Tobagonians greater insight into the medicinal purposes of different plants, including some herbs that are readily available. Here's more in this story.
Herbs and spices like rosemary, thyme and nutmeg add flavor to many dishes, but they also have significant medicinal value. That was the focus of this Herbs and Spices seminar spearheaded by the Kendall Farm School. The two-day workshop saw just over 50 participants learning about the health benefits of various plants. Many of them found the course an eye-opener.
The knowledge of the medicinal purposes of those plants that we grew up with that we take for granted. Alright, stanfern is so powerful, but you just take it and you stamp it on your hand. You have a tattoo, an immediate tattoo, and that was fun when you was growing up, but you didn't know the real purpose of this plant. So it's interesting. This would be another way to deal with some of those illnesses without having those harsh side effects.
Once we put the knowledge to use, it can be very beneficial, not just for self, but so many people are suffering with all types of ailments, and more and more, as you were saying, doctors will give you remedy for the symptom, not the cause at times. These herbs will help us live longer and more healthier lives.
The sessions also included some practical elements as it relates to irrigating different types of medicinal plants. Technical Field Officer Potter Bruno gives some insight into that aspect of the course.
What I want to show them tomorrow, God willing, is how they could commercialize a venture like that. So I will be putting in an irrigation system on a bench using spaghetti tubes and spikes and stuff like that, right? On the outside there tomorrow, God willing, I want to lay down a drip irrigation system. Then we will plant according to where the drips are.
It's expected that the participants will put the knowledge into practice, whether it's to start a business or to improve their health.
We would like to stimulate agribusiness in Tobago, right? Herbs and spices, something, as I would have mentioned before, we use every day, not just in our meals but also for medicinal purposes, right? Simple agro-processing like green seasoning, pepper sauces are things that we can stimulate, the public and empower them. It will stimulate small businesses within our communities, within Tobago on a whole. In so doing, we are going to promote revenue generation within our island.
This seminar was the first in a series of agricultural courses taking place during the July-August period. The other topics include water and drip irrigation, systems and techniques for water conservation, as well as ginger production. For more information, people can call the Kendall Farm School at 660-4395. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
So we have to take another break, but don't go away. Let's Talk Tobago. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Climate change is a hot topic issue, and countries like Trinidad and Tobago experience its effects a lot harsher than larger countries. Understanding this, the government continues to take steps to mitigate and adapt to the changes. In this next story, Omadara Mills has highlights of the discussions held with several stakeholders in Tobago. Take a look.
Continued global warming as a result of greenhouse gas emissions doesn't just mean a rise in sea levels, loss of land space, and damaged infrastructure along the coastline. It also has the potential to destroy our coral reefs and all that's with them. Impacts like these will have a ripple effect on our livelihoods and lives. So a Tobago-based sensitization session facilitated by the Environmental Management Agency, EMA, in collaboration with the Ministry of Planning and Development is timely. The discussions focused on ways in which the country plans to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions by a cumulative 15% in 3 sectors: power generation, transport, and industry by the year 2030. Stakeholders also learned about the agency's monitoring, reporting, and verification system. It's a digital data collection system where officers from the various THA divisions and environmental groups will put in information relating to factors such as fuel use and the amount of waste sent to the landfill.
Having this type of system, it ensures that Trinidad and Tobago is monitoring, reporting, and verifying the information based on international standards. It ensures that appropriate mitigation measures are being implemented in line with the Paris Agreement. It allows us to track any support we may receive in terms of like climate change policies or actions. A major one is it promotes reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, and it also allows for the collaboration of the entities involved.
The information gathered through the EMA's monitoring, reporting, and verification system will provide statistics for the country's national communication and biennial reports. The data collection will also inform climate change legislation that will be created in time to come. The country's actions in reducing our greenhouse gas emissions stem from commitments made at the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and the Paris Agreement.
We need now to track these emissions and to design a system where we have to now comply with reporting obligations under the Paris Agreement, the so-called transparency reporting, because you now have to account to every other country in the world and the world at large as to what we are doing and why we are doing it and whether we are achieving it.
Close to 20 people participated in the consultation held at the Magdalena Grande Beach and Golf Resort. Some shared their thoughts on this kind of climate change awareness session.
Sessions like these are very insightful. It puts the technical stakeholders in a position to learn from each other while giving us the information we need to take back to our various areas of interest.
I think they're really excellent initiatives as part of the global community. We also are impacted by what is happening in the world, and we could make a contribution in terms of how to address the situation and mitigate against any deleterious effects.
It's hoped that there'll be continued collaborations among all the sectors in implementing the necessary climate change measures that will lessen the impact of greenhouse gas emissions and help us adapt to the changes in our climate. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
So we've come to the end of yet another edition of Let's Talk Tobago, and as always, we thank you for watching. Please email us with your comments or queries about the program, and be sure to visit our website, like our Office of the Chief Secretary Facebook page, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From our house to yours, I'm Davia Chambers, along with the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly, wishing you a safe and a productive week.
There we go to Tobago, that paradise found by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come Tobago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come Tobago for holiday. Smile, every smile in Tobago, that paradise found by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan say, come Tobago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton say, come Tobago for holiday. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Get more reliability to surf, stream, and share with no interruptions. Digicel Plus.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning. Good morning, morning.
morning, and a special good morning, because we are coming to you live from Charlottesville. Yes, folks, I am currently on the jetty in Charlottesville, just taking in the beautiful sights and wonders. Let me tell you something, it's such a wonderful time to be in Charlottesville. Mornings are, I don't know, there's something special about mornings up in the countryside, up in the east. And I mean, you have the beautiful, gorgeous beach right here, the wonderful scenery. Oh my goodness, I am just in my glee because I am in Charlottesville, one of my favorite places on the island. And why are we here in Charlottesville? Well, because today is Charlottesville's Treasure Day, which is part of the Tobago Heritage Festival and perhaps one of the most popular parts of the Tobago Heritage Festival. I mean, and everything is getting set here. The village is alive. Everybody is just, getting the food stations set up, the various vendors, everything. So, I mean, it's wonderful. And then out in the water, we have some of the senior folk, they're taking their morning tea bath. And I'm like, I should be the one joining them right now, because I mean, the minute I got here, even though it was dark when I got here, because of course we had to get here a little bit early to get set up for the show, I just was like, I should be in that water already as the sun is coming up. And right now the sun is peeking just over Falstaff Hill as we're getting ready for what is going to be a very, very wonderful day. And of course, well, I mean, I ran away with my introduction and I forgot to introduce myself. And of course, I am Candace Jackson, and Rhea and Juliana are unfortunately unable to make it this morning, but we wish them a happy good morning wherever they are. And you guys are missing out because Charlottesville is the place to be right now. And viewers, I mean, we have a wonderful day planned, and the Tobago Updates team is going to be here for the entire day. We're going to be bringing to you live coverage of everything, the trek that happens, all the activities. We're going to bring it to you live, and not just on social media. We're going to be live on Gael and M&E TV as well. So you can be viewing us wherever you want. We're on YouTube. Of course, we are on the website. We're on Smash Radio right now as well, and 91.1 FM. So there's not many ways that you can get connected with us. And, we have, like I said, we have a very, very good show planned, and I am just enjoying just being in Charlottesville, the sights, the smells, the wonders. But before we get started on today's program, let's get into our news in 90 seconds. The Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service launched an internal investigation into a fight involving 7 women fire officers. According to reports, 6 female fire officers severely beat up another female fire officer. The victim was partying with her boyfriend during the Plymouth Juve on Saturday when her colleague approached her and accused her of dancing with the perpetrator's male partner. The victim was then attacked by 6 female officers. The incident captured the fire service's attention, and an internal investigation was ordered. All female fire officers involved in the incident can face possible disciplinary actions based on the results of the investigations. Meanwhile, the PDP recently launched a black card to assist parents in the purchase of books for the new school year. The card is worth $700 and is available to any parent in Trinidad and Tobago. The PDP political leader Watson Duke and deputy political leader for Trinidad, Keezel Jackson, began distributing the cards last week while distributing laptops to students in the Beetham Gardens of Port of Spain. The PDP said it is one of the ways that they are trying to assist families who are suffering financially as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The PDP believes economic problems should not prevent a student from accessing education. The Minister of Health, Terence Dialsing, assured the public that the ministry stands ready to treat with the monkeypox disease should it reach Trinidad and Tobago. The infectious disease was recently detected in Barbados. Dialsing said immigration officers are on high alert and doing the necessary checks on people entering the country. If detected, the person will immediately be quarantined and treated according to specially designed protocols. Meanwhile, the ministry is sensitizing more groups of people who are most likely to encounter infected persons. And that was your news in 90 seconds. And of course, like I said earlier, well, we are here in Charlottesville for National Treasures Day. I mean, one of the most exciting parts of the Tobago Heritage Festival. And as you would have known, the Tobago Heritage Festival got kicked off on Friday with the opening gala. And if you missed that opening gala, you know, get on to the Tobago Updates Facebook page and the Tobago Updates YouTube page as well, and view that opening gala, because it was a wonderful performance. It was an ode to that the silk country that fell in Golden Lane last year, and you know, it was just a nice spin on the story of the legend of Gangang Sarah and so on. And of course, on Saturday we know we had the Plymouth Juve, and of course, despite that one fight that was reported with the fire officers, most people had very good reviews on Plymouth Juve. Meanwhile, sorry, we're getting a little. And of course, kudos to our very own Janae Campbell, you know, who passed on the crown to the new Miss Heritage personality. So, Miss Leanne Edwards, you have very large shoes to fill. Anyways, and of course, we had Castara yesterday. And again, if you missed any of these things, you can always go on to the Tobago Updates YouTube page as well as the Tobago Updates Facebook page, and you can get all the details. Well, and like I said, now we are here in Charlottesville to bring you, you know, the National Treasures Day activities, right? So now let's get into our rundown. So just give me a second while I pull that here. Actually, no, we're going to do birthdays first, right? So we're going to do some birthday shout-outs. And one of our birthdays that's on today is my very dear friend, Mr. Jason David. Jason, happy birthday! I know you are celebrating. I saw you at the Oval yesterday, taking in the cricket. I know the West Indies unfortunately did not win, but it was from all the comments, it seems to be a very good match, very close match. But Jason, a very happy birthday to you, as well as Miss Kezia Frederick. Now, she is one of our wonderful performers here in Tobago, so I just want to wish Miss Kezia Frederick a very happy birthday, and hope you have a wonderful day. I mean, she also performed yesterday actually in Castara. So again, if you missed it, look onto the Facebook page and YouTube page. Now, getting into our rundown this morning, we will be speaking first of all to Miss Vita Dillon-Jack, and she's the president of the Charlottesville Heritage Performance, where we're going to be hearing about the Charlottesville Heritage program for this morning. And next we'll be talking with Dr. Charleston Thomas, and he's the chairman of the Tobago Festivals Commission. And then we'll be talking with Mr. Andre Sebrew, a corporal from the TTPS. And of course, I mean, this is important, good information. If you're going to be making yourself up here, we're going to give you all the details of what you should and shouldn't do, where you should park, that sort of thing. And then finally, we're going to close the show off with Miss Sydney McKenna as a drummer for the Charlottesville Drum School. So we have a jam-packed program in store for you, so don't you go anywhere, because we'll be right back. But in the meantime, share the live, share the live, share the live.
Good morning, good morning, morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning.
Where our highly trained staff are ready to deliver the top-class services in facial massages, waxing, nail enhancement and body treatment. We are ideally located at Coco Avenue, Susalands, Tobago. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor, or you can call us on 730-0149. Exhales powered by Haley. Relax, renew, and rejuvenate.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Get all the data plus talk you need on the go and live the Go life with 10 gigabytes of LTE data plus 150 anywhere minutes. Try a 30-day Prime $1.99 bundle. Activate now in the My Digicel app or dial *323 $. Digicel, better together.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago. Come, there we go to Tobago. That paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come to Tobago for holiday. Smile, every smile in Tobago. That paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan said, come to Tobago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton said, come to Tobago for holiday. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Get more reliability to surf, stream, and share with no interruptions. Digicel Plus.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your lights can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Good morning. Put a smile on your
Excel Spa by Haley, where our highly trained staff are ready to deliver the top-class services in facial massages, waxing, nail enhancement, and body treatment. We are ideally located at Coco Avenue, Susalands, Tobago. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor, or you can call us on 730-0149. Excel Spa by Haley. Relax, renew, and rejuvenate.
Our national borders, our first step to security, but a possible access point for guns, drugs, crime. If it does not look right, do the right thing. Call Crime Stoppers anonymously. 800-8477. Report possible border crime.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning.
And welcome back to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. Of course, we are here live. Let me repeat, we are here live in Charlottesville, currently on the Charlottesville Jetty, where we are going to be bringing to you all the goodness of Charlottesville as we get ready for the Tobago Heritage Festival edition in Charlottesville, National Treasures Day. And to speak to us a little bit about today and what is it all about, we have Miss Vita Dillon-Jack, and she's of course the president of the Charlottesville Heritage Performance. And a special good morning to you, Miss Jack.
Good morning, Candice, and good morning to the whole of Tobago, and more so Charlottesville, where we are going to have our Natural Treasures Day today.
Great. So, I mean, it is such a wonderful time to be in Charlottesville. How does it feel to have the Natural Treasures Day back in Charlottesville after, you know, that 2-year hiatus because of the COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, we are indeed elated. We are so happy that we can have it back, because I will tell you that we missed it for those 2 years. So we are so happy to have it back this year.
Sorry, so tell me a little bit about what people can expect today, because I know that some things change. So I just want to give the viewers, like, what do we have on the schedule and what they can expect when they come here to Charlottesville.
Well, certainly things have changed, because we are not going to have a night show as we normally will have, but we certainly will have our trek, which starts at 9:30 at Fort Campbellton. And then we trek into the village with the Tambu Bamboo Band, where we make different stops. And this year we name them pavilions, and in these pavilions we have different activities taking place. So from Fort Campbellton you come down and you make the first stop. And there you can be refreshed and get all your little goodies, you know, to keep you going, to give you that energy to go along the trek. From there, we go to the washing of the dead bed. Yes. And that is a very exciting activity, I can tell you. Or the ritual that takes place there as it used to happen long ago. So that will take place, and then we move on to King Coco. And as you all know, and we know, cocoa was a very, very, very important in years ago. Yes. And many people, my parents in particular, they lived and they grew up balls to make your own cocoa tea. Great. And then there we will have the dancing of the cocoa, and you will also experience some activities like making of bake with fire underneath and fire on top, roasting of breadfruit. All these things we will have at the cocoa estate yard. From there we move to a very interesting activity, that is the burning of the coals that we normally will have to do our barbecues, yes, to roast corn on the coal pot. And long ago that coal was used to iron. They had coal pot irons. They would put the coal into the coal pot, and then they will heat up the coal pot iron on that coal, and they will iron in those days.
So we're going to be getting some barbecue and so on at that coal pot.
I'm not sure if you'll get it at that area, but I know for sure you'll have barbecue today in the village. All right? And when we move from the coal pit, as we will call it, we are going straight onto witness the baking of bread in the dirt oven. Right? So there you will see bread and sweet bread, tart, all these little goodies being baked, corn especially being baked there at the village bakery. Then we have the batty mill. Yes. Interesting activity where we have the squeezing of the cane using the batty mill, and I'm sure Candice you would have seen it before.
And it's like some of the best cane juice.
Yes, of course.
Of course, yes. About that natural way of squeezing that cane that makes it taste just way better than anything else.
Yes, of course, yes.
And very refreshing too.
Very refreshing. But one activity that normally used to happen when they squeeze the cane, they used to boil that cane juice and make it into what we call wet sugar, and that is what they used to use long ago to sweeten tea and juice and those things, okay? So then...
So are we going to get any sort of juice that is sweetened by
the cane, the wet sugar? Well, I'm not sure again because we have that activity to take place, but I'm not sure if it will eventually come off. All right, so we have this saw pit very close to the buttermill, and there we'll witness the sawing of wood, as it used to happen long ago. They used to saw these wood and make houses and even make furniture. So we'll witness that today, and of course we have along the village our sweetness tent where we have a lot of sweet stuff on sale, and then we also have Nof Ninyam, that is things to eat.
Yes.
All right.
And viewers, if you don't know, right now everything is getting set up. I am just waiting because I'm a belly in my hand.
Yeah, and you can wet your throat at the bar. Yes, so things are, getting started. And we are seeing a lot of activities, and the villagers here look forward to this Treasures Day very much. Yeah.
And on that point, I want you to tell me a little bit about the history of the Natural Treasures Day. Like, how did it get started, and how long has it been here, been done in Charlottesville?
Well, this Natural Treasures Day started approximately 22 years ago. Now, before we used to have a festival that was called the Sea and Land Festival, and then we realized that we can get more than just the sea and land. We have our natural traditions that we can use to enhance it. So we move away from that, and we have Natural Treasures Day, where we use all those traditional things. Those are treasure to us here in Charlottesville. And
it's such a treasure that is Charlottesville itself.
Yes, it is. And every year, more and more people will come in to witness these activities. And I'm sure some people maybe would have witnessed it many years ago and when we started, but they keep coming because every year we try to bring something different into our Natural Treasures Day.
And I know another part of the National Treasures Day is utilizing Harrods Bay and having a treasure hunt. Are we going to have that this year?
No, unfortunately we're not going to have that this year because, with the COVID, we were unable to have all that sort of planning put in place. But I can guarantee you, next year, God's willing, that all these things are going to be back on stream.
Great. So we have a lot to look forward to, but even just today, I mean, is there anything new or different that will be done today that, just the regular patrons may be able to enjoy?
Yes, what we are going to do different, I told you before that we're not going to have any night shows, but what we're going to do, we're going to have performances in between the trek. Right? So at different intervals we're going to have performances. So it's not going to be like the trek, you just go to the different activity areas or the different pavilions as I told you. But in between we're going to have, performances, and these performances are mostly done by the young people, because we see it fit that we have them get them involved, and as we want to pass the baton onto them. So next time you come to Charlottesville, you may not be interviewing me, maybe you may be interviewing someone else.
Of course.
A younger person than myself.
As you're talking about it, I just saw, you know, one of the vans go up with the drums and so on. Like I said, everything is coming into place.
Yes, everything.
For what is going to be a wonderful track. Now, I mean, what should people know before they come into Charlottesville? Like, how should they prepare themselves for what they are about to experience here?
Well, first of all, we have limited parking spaces in Charlottesville, but we have the police will be in and around to inform people of what should happen. Okay, and I also want persons to know that we have a well-stocked bar and we have a food court that will be well stocked too, so they can purchase their items there.
And some of the best food is in Charlottesville. You can't go wrong with Charlottesville food.
So wherever you see these blue jerseys operating, these are people from the committee and the group itself.
And of course, viewers, if you're planning to come up, make sure you wear comfortable shoes, some light clothing.
Exactly.
And of course, your swimsuit, because I mean, the beach is like right here.
Yes, and it's very encouraging and enticing this morning. You know, some mornings it's very, you know, rough and, you know, the waves are big, but this morning it's pretty calm. So it's encouraging you and enticing you to get into the waters.
I mean, as we sit in here, so, you know, I mean, the young people are taking up the mantle now for the natural church this day.
Yes.
So as we're sitting here, we see some of the seniors and they're just there.
Yes.
They're just there in the water, viewers. They're just happy and, you know, just enjoying. And I'm like I said, I want to be them in the water.
Yes.
Now, you tell me a little bit about what is it like to put something like this together here in Charlottesville?
Oh, well, it's a lot of hard work, I must say, and we have to sit as a committee, we discuss what we want to happen, and we move forward with it. But we over the years, our group has, you know, when we started, we had more persons involved. But now, you know, some of them have fallen by the wayside, some of them have dropped out for whatever various reasons, and people may have their reasons for doing such. But we, as a group, we plan and we execute our plans.
Right.
That's how we do it.
And then, you know, coming into this year's edition, what was the atmosphere like amongst the villagers to make sure that this comes off without a hitch?
Well, everybody wanted it because, as you know, we were away from the activity for 2 years. So they were eagerly awaiting, and they will often ask members of the committee, when we having heritage, what they gonna be? So they, you know, they want the thing. But we are also having some competitions, though, I must say, with some of the villagers in terms of, you know, our space, because we believe that we should have a space that we can operate from.
Yes.
And we don't want people to, you know, to come to operate in the same space that we have, doing the same set, like in our food court, selling the same thing, you know, competing with us. So we have that problem. But again, we really can't stop these things from happening.
Of course.
Yeah, because everybody is looking out for something, and it's a form of, you know, income coming in. So the villagers look forward to that.
What about, you know, that community spirit? You know, because something about Charlottesville that just attracts people. I mean, on a normal, yes, but especially for that heritage, for that part of the Heritage Festival. I mean, there's a lot of people that tell me that, you know, if it's one thing they go to for heritage, it's come to Charlottesville for the Natural Churches Day. So, what is it about that community spirit? What can you tell me about that community spirit that makes this what it is?
Well, again, Charlottesville is a close-knit community, and, you know, everybody in Charlottesville says family.
Yes.
So we look out for one another. And because of the beautiful setting like the sea and all these kind of things. People want to come here, and the activities that we do, is second to none in Tobago. So they want to come. So that's why a lot of people will come into the village when we have Natural Treasures Day.
Great. All right, so what time does all these activities get started?
Today we are going to start at 9:30. We are going to start at 9:30, and we want to have a prompt start. We are expecting the Chief Secretary to be here to open our activity today.
Great. So, all right, so viewers, I mean, if you're not in Charlottesville today, well, you're missing out, eh?
Yes, and I'm inviting the whole of Tobago to come to Charlottesville. We'll find some space for you today.
Yes.
Really, we'll find space for you today.
Even if we have to be in the water.
Yes, yes.
All right, folks. Well, I want to thank you, Ms. Jack, for speaking with us this morning and giving us a little bit of an insight as to what we can expect for the performances and the track for this morning. It's going to be a wonderful and exciting show, viewers. So you don't want to miss it. If you are unable to be here in Charlottesville, well, you're missing out, but Tobago Updates has you covered on Facebook, on YouTube, on our website, on MNE TV, on Gael. So get connected with us and you can view everything live. But of course, nothing compares to actually being here. But anyways, we're going to just go for a quick break and we'll be back with more for the Tobago Updates morning show. See you in a bit.
Cause everybody's getting so lazy. Don't want nobody touch my hair. Cause a lot of sisters acting too crazy. And them not tough like this, rough like this, and them not nice like this.
The Street 919 FM and the Tobago Updates presents the Tobago Updates morning show live simulcast on the Street 919 FM. Start your day with all the information you want and need with the simulcast of the Tobago Updates morning show live Mondays to Fridays from 7 a.m. on the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Get all the data plus talk you need on the go and live the Go life with 10 gigabytes of LTE data plus 150 anywhere minutes. Try a 30-day Prime $199 bundle. Activate now in the My Digicel app or dial *323 number sign. Digicel, better together.
It's a different type of thing down there, and we party till we drop down there with a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago. Come, there we go to Tobago, that paradise, Mumbai, Robinson Crusoe, and it is said it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come to Tobago for holiday. Smile, every smile in Tobago. That paradise, Mumbai, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton say, come to Tobago for holiday. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land.
Heritage 2022's live coverage. Only on Tobago Updates. We'll bring to you live the events from the Tobago heritage and all its pageantry. The beauty of Tobago will only unfold on the Tobago Updates 2022's live coverage.
Come, there we go to Tobago.
Good morning. Put a smile on.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. And in case you don't know, we are live here in Charlottesville, live on the Charlottesville Jetty, one of the most beautiful locations here in Tobago, and the sun is just coming up over Flagstaff Hill. So we are just being blessed by the rays of the sun this morning for what is shaping up to be a very exciting day as we get ready for Natural Treasures Day here in Charlottesville as part of the Tobago Heritage Festival. And of course, as we're talking about the Tobago Heritage Festival, we are here with CEO of the Tobago Festivals Commission, Mr. John Arnold.
Morning.
Welcome and good morning to you from Charlottesville.
Morning. Yeah, morning to everybody from Charlottesville, Seaville. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is great. Nice start.
And I see that you're here early this morning.
Yeah, I had to come up here early. You know, this is my village. I love the people here. I love the community. And I love the activities. And had to come in early. Had to get in here early. I haven't had breakfast yet. So I'm going to walk and get something. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can get some breakfast for you soon. But I see you have an interesting package here on your lap.
Wait.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So before I talk about this, Tobago Updates, they will be giving me breakfast today?
Well, I think that's from a producer. I think the producer is right here.
No, this is actually a pianica. You know, it's a small piano that we blow together notes.
Yes.
And so we're going to be doing some mobile work with both the youth group and the seniors. When they do their productions today, I worked a bit with them. I love this group, and I'm not biased or anything, but I work with anybody.
Be biased for Charlottesville.
No, you know. So today, yeah, so we're going to be on the road. They're going to be doing some beautiful folk songs, folk dances, and I think we all going to look forward to this, the coal pit, the cocoa house, you know,
yes,
by the river.
I'm looking up for cocoa tea.
It's going to be great today, great.
Yes.
This is what I like as the immersive experience of heritage. I love this. I mean, what else can you do? You know, this is like a paradise and a place. If you know, everybody up here, very communal, very, you know,
certainly
hospitable and so on. I love it.
And I mean, you decided to help out the team here a little bit and give them a little bit of assistance. Why did you choose Charlottesville over the rest?
Well, Charlottesville chose me.
all right. We can know that.
No. Over the years, I've worked with Charlottesville, I've worked with Lecato. So there's some villages that they ask for the help. And I have no issue with it. I love doing this, you know.
And we're certainly looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But let's get talking about the Tobago Heritage Festival itself. Now, we had the opening gala, we had the Best Heritage Personality, we had Juve, and we also had we had Castara yesterday.
Yeah.
So give me an idea about how those events have gone, especially coming out of that break over the pandemic.
Yeah, I think as I told some other friends, I think the physical thing has been really, really, really better. I think there was excitement first in the creatives.
Certainly.
I think there was excitement in the villages, the communities. I think there was also excitement with the audiences. They want to go out, they want to see, they want to be part of it. And we saw that, you know, that evidently in all the shows so far. For me, so far, the Queen show, I don't like to say Queen, Heritage Personality.
Yes.
That was very emotional for me. I thought that for a long time we didn't see that kind of themed event, the queens and the gongs with the birds. I mean, that was emotional for me. And don't talk about the performances. So,
yes, the performances were
I mean, you know, Pembroke, Goodwood, those, they're still in my head, you know, this girl, you know, reenacting all the influence from the people who have passed before. And because I know some of them, like the drummer, you know, it was emotional for me. As a matter of fact, so emotional that for the first time I was able to look at an entire Heritage Personality show. I've never looked at the entire thing.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
I've always been moving. But this time I looked at the whole thing and I cried. You know, some of the things really cried. Yes. You remember that part where the girl unveiled the costume?
Yes.
With the white and the red?
That was,
that
was such wonderful creativity.
Yeah.
Went into that.
Yeah.
Such ingenuity and innovation.
And then the video, you know, with the bird, that was just mind-blowing for me. And when she ended her piece in the logo formation, as she becomes more beautiful, that was it for me. I'm telling you, that was my big heritage so far. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, of course, we still have a lot more of the Heritage Festival to go. How are things coming together? Is it making that impact that you guys are wanting?
Yeah, I think coming back out, I think there's a new energy, and I think the theme was aptly a good one. Reflect. Because I think it allowed us to, hey, what is this heritage all about?
Yes.
Look at, some of us are still here, some have died, some have gone. I think it allowed us to think about the rebirth, how we get this thing, you know, fired up again. I keep talking about the embers lighted but not flaming, and now how we get that back. And then the idea of rejoice, you know, we have to kind of rejoice
and celebrate us.
And celebrate us. Yeah. Yes. So I really think that everybody is kind of curious once again. This is something that I think we don't realize how special we are. Eh? We are very, very, very special to have a festival that all of us are part of. It's us, you know. Christian, non-Christian, unchristian, you know, every race, every creed, I think this festival speaks to that.
And of course, nothing is better than just being in Charlottesville for Natural Treasures.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And who not here and watching Tobago updates, you have to get up here. You have to get up here.
All right, great. Well, thank you, Mr.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, Candice.
This morning, and we're looking forward for you out on the track.
Yeah.
For the vibes and the excitement and everything. And like I said, viewers, if you're not here, you're missing out. All right, so viewers, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break with much more from Charlottesville. And yes, we are live here in Charlottesville. So don't be afraid to share the live, and get everybody on board for Charlottesville and just celebrating Charlottesville and celebrating the Tobago Heritage Festival. See you after the break.
When you're moving from place to place, good morning, good morning, morning, good morning. I wanna share my love, but it's gotta be with someone who's fresh.
Our national
You're never
borders,
gonna get
our first step to security, but a possible access point for guns, drugs, crime. If it does not look right, do the right thing. Call Crime Stoppers anonymously. 800-8477. Report possible border crime.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
Get more reliability to surf, stream, and share with no interruptions. Digicel Plus.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
There we go to Tobago, that paradise, bung by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come Tobago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come Tobago for holiday. Smile, every smile, every smile. In Tobago, that paradise, bung by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan said, come Tobago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton said, come Tobago for holiday. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land.
Good morning, good morning, put a smile on your...
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Get all the data plus talk you need on the go and live the Go life with 10 gigabytes of LTE data plus 150 anywhere minutes. Try a 30-day Prime $199 bundle. Activate now in the My Digicel app or dial *323 number sign. Digicel, better together.
Excel Spa by Haley, where our highly trained staff are ready to deliver the top-class services in facial massages, waxing, nail enhancement and body treatment. We are ideally located at Coco Avenue, Susolands, Tobago. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor, or you can call us on 730-0149. Excel Spa by Haley. Relax, renew, and rejuvenate.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning show.
again, we are here live in Charlottesville, and of course, if you were watching before, we've changed locations a little bit to the famous Batty Mill and the saw pit. Of course, this is going to be the hub of excitement, well, one of the hubs of excitement, I should say, where you'll be getting yourselves fresh cane juice done the traditional way, and it produces the best tasting cane juice ever. If you haven't tasted it, you need to come on up to Charlottesville. And when you're coming up to Charlottesville, there are some things that you're going to need to know. So to tell us more about what you need to know and how things are going to work in traffic-wise and so on, we are going to be speaking with Corporal Andre Sebro to tell us a bit about those traffic arrangements. So good morning to you, Officer Sebro.
Good morning Tobago, good morning Trinidad, and by extension the World Wide Web, good morning. We are here in pristine, tranquil village of Charlottesville, and it's good to be here, and it's good to just let the public know what is expected of them.
Certainly. So you are going to be stationed here today, so this has to be one of your most exciting days on the job for the year.
Almost, well, every day for me is exciting, but I love the Charlottesville Heritage production, so I look forward to it.
All right, great. So there's going to be hundreds of people that are going to be coming up here for this production. So tell me a little bit about what are the traffic arrangements for getting into the village?
Well, we anticipate an influx of many visitors, and we know Charlottesville normally has that.
Yes.
A large crowd. So what we have, the production itself commences at 9:30 from Campbellton, and they would traverse through the Windward Road, onto the Windward Road from Campbellton, and then they will go onto the Scheme Road, New Scheme Road, and they would go through the village. Now we anticipate that the roads would be blocked because it's a procession.
Yes.
So we are advocating that persons who are desirous of coming to witness the production, that they try to be here before 9 o'clock. Because what we're going to do is, once the procession starts, we are going to have to restrict vehicular traffic from traversing the road. So we advise persons, if you're coming, try and see how best you can get a park. We have at Campbellton Junction, that's where Sokol Restaurant is.
Yes.
There's an open area there that you can utilize as a parking area. We also have, if you come into the village and you make a right turn by the gas station onto the old Scheme Road, you can go into the new scheme and park up inside there, or you can also use Post Office Street, which is by where the police station is and the library. Use that back area there where there's a church and so on, you can always utilize in the back there. Until there becomes filled, then we would advise persons to seek alternative parking. But we do not want parking on the roadway. We have Back Street, which is that street between the beach and the station road. We don't want parking on that street. That street is more for emergency purposes, for the police and the fire service or the ambulance. In the event of any emergency, we're utilizing that as an emergency route. We would also be cordoning off. When you enter from by the gas station, you have to make a right turn onto the Scheme Road. You would not be allowed to proceed onto the sea coast where we are presently. Yes. So we have barricade there, and we'd also have police officers strategically placed to advise and to ensure that everyone is safe. Those who are, here to enjoy themselves, that it is done safely, and we are ensuring that even as you come, please drive responsibly. We also have our traffic officers who will be present. We don't want to utilize today as a day for penalizing persons, but we just want people to have good, clean fun, so that at the end of the day, everyone can go back home safely, and the police would have done a professional job.
What about the towing? Because of course you mentioned that only certain areas will be designated for parking within the village.
We do not have a wrecker operating in Charlottesville. We're trying to bridge that gap, that community relation. So at the end of the day, as they say, there's a time and place for everything.
Certainly.
Today really would not be that time, but we will enforcement, because we would have police officers patrolling the areas and ensuring that persons adhere to the no parking signs, which have been strategically placed along various streets. So it's just best that persons adhere. You see a no parking sign, it means no parking. And there's a reason and there's a purpose for that.
All right, so I mean, what you're essentially saying that people coming up here need to be prepared to walk.
Yes, more or less. And the village is a naturally small village.
Yes.
You know, and walking is healthy. At the end of the day, and there's so much to see, because Charlottesville is one of the best villages that I know in Tobago, because I would have spent some time here many years ago. I grew up in this village in my earlier days, so it's more like I'm home.
Great. All right, so just one more time, what are the areas that are only designated for car parking within the village?
Right, parking within the village, you have New Scheme Road, that's where the new housing scheme is.
Yes.
Persons can park there. They can also park in Post Office Street, that is where the library is. There's some parking to the back on that back road there where the church and so they can utilize there. And they can also utilize an open area in the area of Sokol, that restaurant. But we don't want any parking along the roadway where the procession is to pass. And the procession commences at 9:30 a.m.
So be here for 9.
Thank you very much.
All right, so viewers, today you have just an idea of where those parking spaces is. If you missed it on the second time around, just go back, you know, when the live is posted, and then you can hear from Officer Seaver himself. Additionally, pay attention to the signs that are there, the directions of the police officers. As Mr. Seaver said, they're going to be lined up all around Charlottesville to direct the traffic. So pay attention and just follow the rules. Yeah, Mr. Seaver, just follow the rules.
Of course. All right.
And we're going to have a wonderful
time. All right. Just to remind also the drivers, I know everyone is in a festive mood, but we also have to remember no drinking and driving. Please, no drinking and driving. Most important. We want everybody to get back home safely, and we want to curb any form of carnage on the nation's roadways. One life is too much to lose. So let's do the right thing.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Seaver, for speaking with us and giving the public...
You're most welcome.
Just an update on what's been happening and where you need to be, where you should go and where you shouldn't go, what you should do and what you should not do. Right? So again, pay attention to the officers, because Mr. Seaver will be out there just, you know, ready to assist
in our numbers.
Ready to assist in any time of need. All right, so viewers, we have lots more on the program, so don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back after the break.
6-year-old Jaron Phillip is the first pediatric patient being treated at the island's hyperbaric chamber for his seizures. Jaron began suffering from seizures when he was 18 months old. The seizures have delayed his development, so much so he needs assistance carrying out simple functions like drinking a cup of water. Over the years, Jaron's dad, Keston Phillip, did a lot of research into hyperbaric oxygen therapy as a possible treatment for his son's seizures. Mr. Phillip is hopeful that the treatment at Roxborough's hyperbaric chamber will have positive results for his son.
At some point in time, you get to understand how oxygen therapy works. It gets into the hard places. And so we're hoping that the oxygen will get into those dead areas whatsoever is causing the seizure, and healing and restoration will take place. And when that happens, whatever is causing the heightened electrical activity will no longer cause him to have those cognitive problems. And so we are hoping to see him run again, ride his bike again, walk again, even hear him call his brother's name again. We are looking forward to that.
In the first phase, Jaron will undergo 15 sessions of hyperbaric oxygen therapy in the hyperbaric chamber. This kind of treatment for a child has been applauded by medical practitioners such as Dr. Tyler Sexton, Director of Caribbean Hyperbaric Medicine. For over 2 decades, Dr. Sexton has specialized in pediatric hyperbaric medicine in the United States.
Not only are you treating the child and obviously, hopefully impacting him incredibly as he continues to medically improve, but you're also helping the parents. You're providing hope. And so what is so incredible about Tobago embarking on this is you have taken a stand to say, we believe in pediatrics, we believe in quality care and expanding evidence-based medicine and continue to look for ways to impact populations. But it is an incredible opportunity to touch the pediatric population, as there's a vast array of illnesses that can be positively affected with hyperbaric medicine.
Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is used to treat many ailments such as decompression sickness, also called the bends, diabetic ulcers, and other types of wounds. Spending time inside a hyperbaric chamber increases the concentration of oxygen a patient receives, which leads to faster healing. The medical professionals at the hyperbaric chamber unit were commended for the work they continue to do in providing quality health care to all of their patients.
There's always a friendly one, a welcoming one, and also, you know, Mr. Hines, when you speak with him, he gives you a sense of assurance, you know, and confidence that he is the right person for the job. And so I thank God for Mr. Hines and for all the work that he has been doing in the background, even when I was willing to give up, you know, so I thank God for that.
We have confidence in Mr. Hines and his team and their ability to deliver. The record speaks for itself, so let's go through the process, and we are all here to lend support to the family and to pray and hope for the best result.
Jaron's medical team will continue to monitor his health as the sessions go along. This medical care is an encouraging first step to the possibilities for other children with similar conditions.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
Get more reliability to surf, stream, and share with no interruptions. Digicel Plus.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Good morning. Put a smile on your...
Get all the data plus talk you need on the go and live the go life with 10 gigabytes of LTE data plus 150 anywhere minutes. Try a 30-day Prime $199 bundle. Activate now in the My Digicel app or dial *323 number sign. Digicel, better together.
There we go to Tobago, that paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come Tobago for holiday. Now the people say, come Tobago for holiday. Smile, every smile, every smile. In Tobago, that paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan say, come Tobago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton say, come Tobago for holiday.
Put a smile on your face. from place to place. Good morning, good morning.
Charlottesville Drum School, this wonderful drum crew here in Charlottesville, powerful drum group from this beautiful set of young fellas, and of course a young woman in our midst, and her name is Miss Sydney McKenna. And a special good morning to you, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine as normal.
You're fine as normal. Well, she's very quiet and very reserved, but you wouldn't know it, but she's actually referred to as the captain of this drum group here in Charlottesville. And I want you to tell me about your role here in the drum group and why you were chosen to be one of the leaders in the group.
Well, basically you could see that I'm the female of the group. So
only female?
They say female power basically is a good power.
I agree.
So, but my role basically is playing the djembe, which have 4 different type of roles, which is the bass, tone, slap and variation. So when you combine those rhythms, you will get a sweet and proper rhythm.
And you can hear that passion just in her. And now I want you to tell me a little bit about why the drums. Why did you choose the drums as something to invest your time into?
Basically, I love music. I love vibes. And when I hear the tambamba rhythm, that inspires me a lot that, yes, Sydney, that you have to join a drum group. And I go to Miss Moore, the policy club leader, for she to bring a drum group to the village and get the youth to enjoy yourself.
And tell me about being a part of the Tobago Heritage Festival, because we was if you're there at home still and you're just getting ready to head out the door. This is one of the talents and one of the creative arts, and you're going to be seen out on the road, and they are going to be bringing all that vibes. But tell me about being involved with Natural Treasures Day in Charlottesville over the years, and is it special to you?
Yes, of course it is special to me, because when you hear heritage coming up, you're calling up your posse. You want everybody to come out, because I know Charlottesville have a vibes from top to bottom.
And tell me about your role, I mean the group's role, I should say, in being a part of the show today.
Well, today, because I take over the drumming, I rest on dancing, right? For the while.
She's a dancer too.
Right. So today I will be drumming and singing. So as an all-inclusive, but always there. When I say all-in-one, are they? Yeah.
I mean, and of course we have to talk about you just being a female in this industry. I mean, what do you say to other girls, other young women like yourself who might be feeling that passion from that music and just might be attracted to drums? I mean, what would you say to them about getting involved in something like this and, you know, just, I guess, not being afraid?
Well, like I say, if you know that you in love with drums and you want this team, you could check any way, especially Sir Dominic. Just come through.
And tell me a little bit about your instructor. You mentioned him, Sir Dominic. So tell me about, you know, his influence into you and as well the group.
Well, I gotta say that Sir always want me to do most of the things. So every time I come, and as I say I can't do that, you always just sitting in there, you could push for that. Sir, it don't matter. But Sir is a good man. When he say, yeah, we have to do this, we got to do this, because If you leave it like slide, you gotta say opportunities, once it come, never leave it.
All right, great. And then what we're seeing here today is a lot of young people taking up the mantle for Natural Treasures Day and leading the way. What's it been like amongst the young people? What's been the spirit like amongst the young people in getting prepared for today?
Well, basically, I will say that they're joyous, they're happy, they're glad about what really going on. Because it's a long while now in the heritage, and I know that I want to take over. So I know once the youths take over, it will be a different process. Might be steamier and enjoyable, same as normal.
Listen, I can't get enough of you, just her energy and her vibes, man. And I mean, so if you want to see her drumming, you have to be here in Charlottesville. So we're going to get a little bit more of the drum group. So I think they're going to close off this segment, of course, with just some more of those vibrations and some wonderful songs coming out of Charlottesville. And not just Charlottesville, but Charlottesville Youth and the Sojimbi drum group here in Charlottesville. So take it away, boys.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Excel Spa by Haley, where our highly trained staff are ready to deliver the top-class services in facial massages, waxing, nail enhancement and body treatment. We are ideally located at Coco Avenue, Switzerland, Tobago. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor, or you can call us on 730-0149. Excel Spa by Haley. Relax, renew, and rejuvenate.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
The Street 919 FM and the Tobago Updates presents the Tobago Updates Morning Show live simulcast on the Street 919 FM. Start your day with all the information you want and need with the simulcast of the Tobago Updates Morning Show live Mondays to Fridays from 7 a.m. on the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Our national borders, our first step to security, but a possible access point for guns, drugs, crime. If it does not look right, do the right thing. Call Crime Stoppers anonymously. 800-8477. Report possible border crime.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Heritage 2022's live coverage. Only on Tobago Updates. We'll bring to you live the events from the Tobago Heritage and all its pageantry. The beauty of Tobago will only unfold on the Tobago Updates 2022's live coverage.
Come, let me go to Tobago. Come, let me go to Tobago. That paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come to Tobago for holiday. Smile, every smile in Tobago. That paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton say, come Tobago for holiday. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe, cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's. Yeah. Hey.
Tobago updates. Na 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 na. Good morning, Tobago. Na 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 na. Wake up with Candace and Denasia.
Let's go, go. It's a brand new morning. Rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise. The energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power. We are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers. We are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one. I am you and you are me. Together we stronger. Yeah. Hey.
Tobago updates. Na 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 na. Good morning, Tobago. Na 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 na. Wake up with Candace and Denasia.
Let's go, go. It's a brand new morning. Rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise. The energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power. We are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers. We are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one. I am you and you are me. Together we stronger. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning, Tobago.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates, and of course we are going from the morning show until GMT, and with live coverage here to get ready. National Treasures Day coming up at 9:30, and of course Tobago Updates is going to be bringing to you live everything that's happening. But when we get there, we're going to just give you a little slip of things that you're going to see, and of course we have the morning show. But for Tobago, for GMT, we are here at King Cocoa, where we are going to be getting into the cocoa business, right? And to tell me a little bit about it, we are going to be speaking to Mr. Mr. King Cocoa himself, Mr. Karen Eastman. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning to you. Let me special welcome to your viewers and listeners. So this morning what we are going to be doing for you, we are going to be showing you the entire process of producing chocolate.
Great.
Basically, and the reason why we call it King Cocoa, because cocoa is what would have sent many of our foreparents to school, educated them so that they could have been better citizens for today. So the first process is basically is that you will be putting the cocoa.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe, cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago. Wake up with Candace and Denasia.
Let's go. It's a brand new morning. Rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks a favor to wake up and hear me neighbor. arise. The energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power. We are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers. We are melanated one.
Come. You want to go behind me? Get off your man. Get off your. Go behind me and push. To you? Yeah.
The guy getting on me putting you guys to move it, but this is something that they did quite often during the day, and well, they have to of course have a shelter in case of rain and stuff.
Yes, sir. Ready?
About this and having this cocoa house operational as we're going inside there.
Yes, come this way.
Yes, so it's the cocoa house, and we already have some beans out. Before we get to any beans here, and the whole dance of the cocoa and everything.
And you use some water, and while the guys or women are in the cocoa dancing it, they would sprinkle that water. So as the water is being thrown onto the cocoa and your foot is being gyrating in the cocoa, it actually polishes the beans. And dance the cocoa together. It's a once in a lifetime.
All right, viewers. So just, as we get in that, tell me a little bit also as tell me about just that this being a part of the heritage, especially for Charlottesville.
Well, what we do is try to be authentic and real as possible in what we present every year. So whatever we present is a part of our natural heritage, and that is what we try to present to the and the wider population. So that is basically, we try to present what most that happened long ago, which is the washing of the, which you will see later on, dancing of the cocoa, and the baking of the bread and pastries at the dough oven. Yeah, okay. That is heritage for us, and with this we are doing this to pass it on to the younger ones so that they can carry on the tradition. Basically is that you step into the cocoa, and normally what we will do, we'll sing a song while we go. Like so, oh Martinico, wine Tinico, look at Martinico, wine Tinico. Wine, Tinico, oh Tinico, mama Tinico, wine, Tinico, come let me dance the cocoa, wine. How was it?
Nice and easy. Nice and easy, yes. And viewers, you get to experience this too, because this part is a very big part of that whole heritage experience.
Of course, yes. A lot of people come to see the dancing of the cocoa. A lot of people have chocolate tea, and many of our kids today don't know the infamous chocolate tea came from these cocoa beans right here. Yeah.
All right, so there you have it, folks. It's a little bit of what you can expect. Just a little bit later on, and like we said, we at Tobago Updates, we are going to be bringing to you live all the events for the Charlottesville trek from Fort Campbellton down into the village. And of course, you have the you have the you have the batty mill, you have the saw pit, you have the drummers, you have so much experience. So if you aren't already out the door, you need to be out the door. You need to get here, because you're going going to miss out. It's going to start at 9:30. The police advise that you be here at 9 o'clock to get your parking situated and so on, as well as, pay attention to the parking instructions of the police so that you are not
Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago. Wake up with Candace and Denasia.
Let's go. It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor, to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in
I don't know why only this we do this and only you are not.
Good morning. Yeah. Hey.
Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago. Wake up with Candace and Denasia.
Let's go. It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor, to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers, we are melanated one.